Okay, so plot the point in a coordinate plane and describe the location of the point. So say we were to graph A, -4, -2, that's going to be in quadrant 3. So that's what they mean by describe the location. I'm not going to do these because we just did these the last video, and you can do a couple if you'd wish. Okay, so this is lesson 5.6, direct variation. And I think this is the last lesson of chapter 5. Oh my gosh, we're like going through this stuff so quickly, and I'm so proud of all of you. You guys are doing amazing. Okay, so the essential question. How can you use a graph to show the relationship between two quantities that vary directly? How can you use an equation? Okay, so two quantities x and y show direct variation when y equals kx, where k is a number and k does not equal 0. The number k is called the constant of proportionality. Okay, so the graph of y equals k is a line with a slope of k that passes through the origin. So it has to pass through the origin for it to vary directly, or have direct variation. So two quantities that show direct variation are in a proportional relationship. Okay, so this says tell whether x and y show direct variation and explain your reasoning. Okay, so I'm gonna graph these. So here is this one. For A, we have 1 and then 1, 2, and then we have 2, 0, and then 3 up 1, 2, and then 4 up 1, up 4. Okay, so my question to you is, does this line pass through the origin? Does it pass through this? No. So this does not it does not show direct variation, and then your reasoning behind that is because the line does not go through the origin. This one, I can already tell it's going to go through the origin, so I can, because it's 0, 0, so the first point is here, the second point is here, the third point is here, you get my point, and then, so please graph better than this. That looks disgusting. I am a terrible, terrible person for ever thinking that that was acceptable. Okay, but so it passes through the origin, so yes, and you can say, because the line, when graphed, passes through the origin, so it does show direct variation. Okay, so this says tell whether x and y show direct variation and explain your reasoning. So we have, let's put it y, we want to get it into y equals kx form, so subtract that over. We have y equals 2x minus 1. Does that show, is that this? No, because there is this minus 1 here. If it was just this, it would be fine, but it's not going to pass through the origin because of this. So, no. And your reasoning is that it is not in y equals kx form. It is in y equals mx plus b form. Okay, and then here we have multiply by 2, we get y equals 2x. Is that in this form? Yes, it is. So, yes. Okay. Tell whether x and y show direct variation. Explain your reasoning. So, this is, I know that this one doesn't, because it doesn't pass through the origin. I know that this one does because you have that 0, 0. It's going to pass through the origin. Oops, I don't even know how that happened. By looking at this one, it's going to, and why I can see that is because it goes up 4 every time. So if you subtract 4 and have the point 0 right here, then subtract 4 from 4, you're going to have 0. So it is going to pass through the origin, so that's true. And then this one, since it's at 0, 2, it's obviously 0, -2, it's not 0, 0, so no. And you could graph those to verify, but I just, by looking at the points, I can tell. So this is divide by x, divide by x, we have y equals 3 over x. Is that in y equals kx form? No, so no. Multiply by 3, multiply by 3, we have 3x equals y, which we can rewrite as y equals 3x, and that's a yes. Okay, and then this one is y equals x minus 1, because I subtracted the 1 over from both sides, and that's a no. Okay? Oops. So I don't think it's too bad. Okay, tell whether x and y show direct variation. So no, it's not going to, and you could graph it, but this is not 0, 0, so it's never going to go. So if you graphed it, if you have 1, 0, and then you have 3 up 2, I'm just going to graph 2 points, it's going to go right there. So it's going to miss this essential point that means direct variation. Okay, so no. No. Okay, so you finished chapter 5, so goodbye. Chapter 5 videos. Sayonara. Oops, I said that wrong. But I am so proud of you guys. I can't believe we're already done with chapter 5. So I'll see you tomorrow.